Ladies and gents, welcome back to the IWN YouTube channel. And we are finally live on Restream, YouTube, and X for NXT 846. If y'all are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the bell for all notifications. Also, you guys can follow me on X at IWN YT Streamer. You can follow me on 4 of my Instagram accounts. I got 4 Instagram accounts, but I'll be on my main one, which is the real Brennan Eva. That's my main Instagram account. I have a Facebook too, so you can add me on there as well. Make sure you go check out all the other content I have. If you missed my Monday Night Raw watch along from last night, it's on the channel for you guys, as well as my other Monday Night Raw watch along, my other NXT watch along, and other Evolve watch along from last week. If you missed those watch alongs, you can go tune in and check those out. Get those a thumbs up. So hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and keep on supporting the channel. Yes, I watched the entire Jordynne Grace versus Jaida Parker match. This has been a hard-hitting match so far between Jordynne Grace and Jaida Parker, which is kicking off NXT 846 tonight. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and tune in to the rest of this match. It's about to end pretty soon. So let's go ahead and tune into it. I'm not going to waste anybody's time. I hate listening to the commentary. The NXT commentary is terrible. When is WWE going to realize how terrible the NXT commentary is? And when are they going to make a change to it? Like, they really need to change it. We need new NXT commentators. We do. We really do. I don't think WWE's listening to the people to the people, including me and half of the people in the internet wrestling community, that are saying how terrible the commentary is, how boring the commentary is, how uninteresting it is. Whoa! Jaida Parker just smacked Stephanie. No way.
Who does Vaquer want? It was a safe deception. Stephanie was defending. Oh my! The beautiful madness is back. We haven't seen Julia since New York City. Former NXT Women's Champion coming to the aid of Stephanie Vaquer.
Julia's back.
Julia coming to the side of her friend. Evening the odds here tonight. Oh my God! Well, just when we thought we knew the answers, Julia has changed the question. Northern Lights bomb and a dark angel. You said it earlier, please. Stephanie Vaquer never gave us a decision. Guys, did Julia just make that decision for stand and deliver for the champion? Only time will tell. We certainly came out and all hell breaking loose to start. NXT here tonight, the road to WrestleMania weekend continues with all of its twists. But let's go back 1 week on the topic of champions. How about our new North American?
Talk about a twist and turn that some of y'all probably wasn't expecting. Julia's back, and I'm about to text James on X too, and tell him. Oh, man. That was quick, though. You got to admit, that was pretty quick. She's pretty fast for her age. But I knew that already. I guess we're getting the Ricky Saints celebration tonight. Oh, except soon as Ricky Saints beat Sean Spears to win the North American Championship, Ethan Page just came and ran roughshod over him, just ruined it.
The North American champion, Ricky Saints, here live tonight. We're getting fired up. I don't know what you're thinking.
There's Hank and Tank.
Harsh last week, but we should still probably watch practice. They are the tag team champions. There's gonna be something we can pick up on. Yo, what up, big boys? Willis, Rodman, Ricky Smokes, the hottest tag team on WWE.
Oh,
Yo, and Tank and Hank, right?
Swipe right.
Hank and Tank, but same thing.
Really?
We heard you guys were going
Swipe right from Evolve.
Looking for some advice from a successful tag team. Don't sweat it though. Swipe right would love to pay it forward. So tonight, after we beat Frax, Hondas. Yeah, we'll get back to you boys for a tight 5. But for now, get your pens, get your papers, and take some notes. No, who? We're not that desperate, are we? No, Hank. I don't know if they are that desperate, but right now, Hank and Tank still just trying to figure it out. The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the NXT Tag Team Champions, Nathan Freezer.
Interesting to see how this tag team match is going to go between Francium and Swipe Right. Man, talk about something that just happened quick. I mean, she got some lightning speed, man. She is not nobody to mess with. Tell you one thing about these Japanese women's wrestlers, man, they got some lightning speed, dude. They is fast as hell. That was quick. That match didn't even last long at all. I mean, it was 5 or 6 minutes, but you know, it was still a good match between Jaida Parker and Jordynne Grace. It was still a hell of a good match. You know, I got the Stephanie shirt. That's not the only shirt I got. That's not the only shirt I got, folks. Ha! Ha ha! I got the Julia shirt too. I got the Julia WWE Shop.com t-shirt. Look at the beautiful madness. Look at her. Well, except for she's got blue hair now. She's got blue hair now, man. Tell me why this Japanese woman, this Chinese woman, just laid back like she OD'd. She was like, OD'd in the air, man. I know I seen something yellow on my screen, man. I must be seeing things. Yep, got my Stephanie WWE Shop.com t-shirt on. And I'm damn sure going to be having Julia's WWE Shop t-shirt on next week. Yeah, next week I'm wearing this. I wore her old WWE Shop.com t-shirt, Julia's old WWE top. I'm wearing this next week on the stream. Yeah. I decided to choose between, but I decided I was going to go with Stephanie's shirt. I'm still buying the one with Stephanie's face on it. The shirt with her face on it. I wonder if Julia's going to come out with another WWE Shop.com t-shirt with her and her blue hair. Ooh, that'd be great. A t-shirt with Julia's face and blue hair on it. One t-shirt? That'd be great. I still got that OTC hoodie. And I got the hoodie. So not only I got the shirt, the new JuliaWWE.com shirt, but I have the hoodie too. I think I already showed y'all the hoodie before. Y'all can see the screenshots of it on X if you want to. You just go to my X account and scroll down and see and find where I posted the screenshots of all the WWE Shop.com t-shirts and hoodies I got. I think I'm going to start. I think next month I'm going to buy some more WWE Shop.com t-shirts, including Jey Uso. Yeet! Huh. That'd be great, right? Dude, if they book, some tells me they're going to book either a fatal four-way match for the NXT Women's Championship, or it could very well get the rematch between Julia and Stephanie for the NXT Women's Championship. I think it's only fair to book a fatal four-way and put Jaida in the match. Let Jaida be in the match. Give us a fatal four-way for Stand Deliver. Give us Julia versus Stephanie versus Jordynne Grace versus Jaida Parker. For Stand Deliver. All right.
About yours. The focus now shifts to you, Izzy. Tonight you qualify for the Women's North American Championship ladder match at Stand and Deliver. Don't dwell on what I lost, but focus on what you can achieve. Brooks, Nico, Hank and Tank are looking to find their way. Tonight you ensure that they don't. It was always about you three shining. And it all starts tonight.
It's going to be a big night for the color. The NXT Tag Team Champions in action. And their opponents, Brad Baylor, Ricky Smokes, Swipe right! Well, I Booker fist bumps over in the air. Well, let's talk about these two superstars. Swipe right. They have been making waves on WWE Evolve. Of course, you can see new episodes on Tubi every single Wednesday. They believe they're the biggest stars on that show, and there's no doubt, Corey, this is a huge opportunity.
I've caught a few glimpses of what Swipe Right are capable of inside the ring. Outside, I encountered them very briefly earlier today, and I don't know that I've ever been more annoyed by a couple of in my life. I guys are living with Pro and Hundo. I don't know what the hell they were saying to me, Vic.
So you tell me this is the duo you would have taken with that for the
I'm telling you guys, give me Rap Brothers vibes.
I love listening to Corey Graves on commentary more than Vince and Booker T. Talk about one of the three greatest commentators of all time, Corey Graves, Pat McAfee, and Michael Cole. The other two greatest commentators of all time. Swipe Right is really taking it to Froxy, they got to stay on them, man. They got to keep. If they want to beat Froxy, man, they got to stay on them, man. They got to stay on these guys. They really do.
Who? When did you throw a drop kick that high?
No, he did not. I think the reason why nobody tuned in tonight is because. Hold on. I think the reason why nobody tuned in tonight is because there were only 2 matches booked. Don't let it fool you, folks. Don't let it fool you, man. You can still tune in to the live chat at any time, man. Spend your night with me. And I'm not the only YouTube content creator that's live for NXT tonight, by the way.
This is fast break offensive book as you listen to the NXT universe. You stated
Julia got her foot all over Stephanie's face, huh? I think Stephanie's gonna be wiping her face off after that. So I also seen that Stephanie opened the show and confirmed that she was watching the opening show. This was before all this match between Jaida Parker and Jordynne Grace happened. This was before Julia came out as well. In her return.
Can you imagine what a victory would do for Swipe Right to come in here and beat the NXT Tag Team Champion?
I already know these gentlemen are not lacking in the confidence department. We look again at that epic spear delivered by Ricky Smokes. I'm still trying to figure out if he's any relation to Julius, but either way, Swipe Right are extremely effective against the tag champ, but Axiom just turned the tide.
Taylor tagging out, coming right back in is Smokes.
I like this. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, they won you over in one night?
We're not only gonna say that for sure, but
baby, you can already picture Gray's high drive with Swipe Right after NXT.
Trying to get me in trouble.
Axiom makes the tag, and I think Swipe Right might be in a little trouble because there comes Nathan Frazier.
Uh-oh.
Strikes like a cobra. Right back in, swinging and a miss. Oh.
Stay on him, Nathan. Stay on him, man. That was close. Very, very close.
may not have to imagine, but Frazier looking to seal the deal.
Going right through side. Double back to his feet. Axiom is now the legal
superstar. This is fast-paced. Oh, there's Dave. Drop push Axiom. Frazier coming in. He gets caught by Baylor. Baylor jumping knee, or excuse me, jumping from Smokes. The double
Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Only if you're new, anyway.
Screaming at Smokes. They got the champions on the ropes. Axiom is legal. Swipe right. This is going to be a huge upset, guys. For a statement win, and Axiom able to slip out. Super kick under the jaw. Tag was made, and the champion right back in. Axiom going to the top. Ricky Smokes. He's caught.
Uh-oh. What is he doing? What?
Tag was made. Frazier's legal.
Well, damn. Spanish fly. And just like that, Frautsium wins again. This was never a NXT Tag Team Championship match, by the way. To those of you that thought that. Now, this show is going by quick. I mean, wow. I was about to be tonight. Look at the referee pointing at them.
Did you guys hear the news? I sure did. Ava said that fatal influence gets a qualifier, so obviously I'm taking it and getting my title back.
Yeah, absolutely not. You already had that title, and you failed to keep it. So I'm gonna step up and be.
I mean, last time I checked, you were busy getting super kicked in the face on the outside. So obviously,
it'll be neither of you. It's gonna be me this time. You guys will be there for me, right?
What just happened?
I don't know.
Detectives Lynn and Henry have
Brother and sister.
What just happened? I'll tell you what happened. Jasmine is stepping up in the faction of the Fatal Influence. It's Jasmine's time now. Yep. We'll go over the NXT results at the end of the show. We're going to sit here and wait, hang out, wait till NXT comes back on from another commercial. We got 8 people tuned in from X in the X live chat. Don't forget, I'm not just live on Wavestream and YouTube. I'm live on X as well. We got 1 person in here in the YouTube live chat. If we can get some more people in the YouTube live chats, man, that'd be great. I really appreciate it. I didn't think it was going to be this dead tonight in the YouTube live chat. I mean, given that, after all, NXT did announce only 2 matches, so that's why they need to start announcing the full freaking card. I hate when they be announcing only 2-3 matches. I'm like, you know. But I get that they be trying to save other stuff for surprises, you know. I get that. I mean, I respect that. You know. I really do. Turn my camera off for a little bit. What y'all think of NXT 846 tonight? I think it's been a pretty solid show so far. Ignore my gaming chair. It's always been making noises. I've had it for about 5-6 years now, so it's already old. And I'm already looking to try to maybe get a new one. I'm on X right now, getting ready to tweet out. Julia is back. I'm so glad to see her back on the NXT television. It's either going to be a Fatal 4-Way NXT Women's Championship match or a Julia versus Stephanie NXT Women's Championship rematch. Mark my words. Oh, there's Fatal Influence. Oh, damn.
Jordynne and the 6-woman NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match. Come stand and deliver.
There's Jasmine.
A member of Fatal Influence. She is looking to punch her ticket to Las Vegas.
Oh, she's got to go against Soruga.
And her opponent, accompanied by Saria, Soul Ruka. And Graves is Soul Ruka going to be extra motivated due to her tag team partner that is here ringside with her, that being Saria, who you just mentioned qualified last week for the ladder match at Stand and Deliver. I don't think you should need extra motivation. This is a career-altering opportunity in front of all of these women. Come stand and deliver. I think Soul Ruka, if she's truly deserving of being a future North American Women's Champion, she should have all the motivation that she needs already. There's a lot on her plate, Graves, because Soul Ruka has a #1 contendership matchup on WWE Speed tomorrow, which is on X. That's right. One-on-one with Mi Chin, the winner earns a championship opportunity against the Poison Pixie Candice LeRae for the Speed Women's Championship. Well, this is the first of 2 qualifying matches.
So we got Soul Ruka versus Jasmine.
We're ready to admit that Soul Ruka and Zarya have bonded over trying the activities of the other. Ice cream.
No, look, I can agree with that. But let me tell you right now, they meet at the top of that ladder. Those 2 women, it's all about the North American Championship. What did I say? It's about championship. That is, man.
I've been listening, but I've been paying attention. Soul Ruka. I've been listening to the same soundbite every single Tuesday for like 4 years. Has Ruka to the top, landing on her feet. Is the athleticism.
I am not going to say who the weakest link in Fatal Influence is, because I don't think none of them are. All 3 members of Fatal Influence, they are really good at what they do in the ring. They are not bad at all, especially following him. I think it's best for Jasmine. I think for Jasmine's strategy, I think she should just let Soul Ruka do whatever she wants to do till Soul Ruka's energy drain out and she gets tired. That's when Jasmine can capitalize. That should be her strategy right there. And letting Soul Ruka do what she wants just so Soul Ruka can be tired out.
Springboarding right into this match and what a knee into the chest.
Gotta love it. They ain't my dicks. Hey, it's called a good shot. I love it, man.
Trios have their hands full. That being Fatal Influence on TNA. And folks, some might be questioning, are they focusing on the wrong thing?
I would say that, man. I mean, it's not a takeover, man. Fatal Influence, they want more. They want more. You gotta love it, man.
It was Jasmine Nix who made that executive.
This is the first time we've seen Jasmine in action on NXT television.
Opportunity in her career.
First time in a long time.
The Jasmine Nix had the wherewithal and the guts to call her own shot to say it's my time. And how about the combination offense off the perfect flex, able to transition into the submission, showing her own athleticism. And in this ring right now, Jasmine Nix is taking control of Soul Ruka. You can see the agony on the face of Ruka in this moment. A ton of pressure being applied to the neck of Soul Ruka while Jasmine Nix locked into the bridge. Very, very effective offense. Here comes Nix to pour out some more punishment, running soccer-style kick into the cover to advance to Las Vegas. And another near fall. I mean, Booker appears the rest of Fatal Influence Okay, with how this matchup is playing out, it was Fallon Henley who said she wanted to get her title back. It was JC Jane who said it was her time, but no, it was Jasmine Nix who was rising to the occasion.
We're talking about the pro, right? Fallon Henley. We're talking about the rock star, JCJ. They know it's time for Jasmine Nix. It's time for her to shine here tonight. Move on to that loud match. And you stand and deliver. You gotta love it, man.
High impact offense from Sol Ruka. Ruka, desperation, able to flex a little bit of power when she needed it most. Drove Jasmine face first into the canvas, but does Sol have enough left in the tank to recover and get back on top of this? It's a pivotal point in this matchup. So much hanging in the balance. A trip to WrestleMania Saturday to stand and deliver, to the opportunity to call yourself a champion, that being the women's North American title. Beyond that, to help set the tone for the entire weekend that is WrestleMania. NXT does it best and set the bar high. You don't want to miss it. Can you imagine what Sol Ruka will do with more ladder experience, having that first ladder match under her belt if she's in this matchup come Vegas?
Sol Ruka just needs to be in the right place at the right time. Trust me, it's going to happen for her.
Oh! Wow! What do you call that, Graves? I thought there was a backpack stunner coming in. Big knee to the jaw, into the cover to head to Las Vegas, and a near fall. And look, we got to give credit to Jasmine Nix right now for continuing the fight, but look at the influence here on the
I know what Jasmine's strategy is. Jasmine's strategy is to tire Sol Ruka out. Let Sol Ruka do what she got to do to tire her out.
Wow. To the shock and awe of Jasmine Nix.
Stay on the gas.
And Jasmine taking her eye off Sol Ruka for a moment. Coming back in, inside cradle, shoulders are down, and another near fall. I think if anything,
Jasmine need to stay on Sol Ruka. Stay on her.
JCJ able to connect Sol, coming right back with one of her own. This for the opportunity of a lifetime. Oh, Soul Snatcher! Soul Snatcher! Cover! And another Soul Snatch! Soul is headed.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, Fatal Influence has got to be not happy about Jasmine losing that match.
What a moment as Soul joins her partner Saria, Kalani, Jordynne. Who will leave stand and deliver? On the topic of Las Vegas, WWE World is coming to Las Vegas.
Well, hopefully, Fallon Henley and Jason Jane will get that qualifying match eventually.
Including live shows in podcasts, W2K25 tournament, and the largest WWE superstar in WrestleMania history. Ticket drops sale now via fanaticsevents.com/WWE.
Excuse me, Javon. At Stand and Deliver, it's you against Trick Williams and Oba Femi for the NXT Championship. For tonight, you take on DarkState with Trick and
I'm sorry,
Oba.
sir. I'm sorry, but I called this. All right, I knew DarkState was going to be a problem, and if Trick and Oba would listen to me in the first place, we wouldn't be in this situation. They trying to little bro me, but in less than 2 weeks, I'm coming for the NXT Championship. All right, I don't have an era, or I'm not the ruler. And honestly, I don't want to be like neither one of them. I dropped Oba not once, but twice. And Trick, he's trying to snuff out my potential before it even sparks. And that's cool. But I'll take it step by step. All right? Tonight is DarkState. And Stand and Deliver to the NXT Championship. I appreciate ya.
Good luck to you. Javon Evans in a 6-man tag later tonight. But coming up next, Hank and Tank versus the Cullen.
I'm back on WWE LFG. You are tagging with him.
It would have been nice to see Jasmine win over Sol Ruka, but I guess they decided to have Sol Ruka win over Jasmine. I mean, they both deserve to be in the ladder match, really, Jasmine and Sol Ruka. But see, this is Jasmine's first match in a long, long time, you know. She'll probably be the next star in the NXT Women's Division, probably in the middle of this year or the end of this year. She'll probably be the next one to lead the Women's Division, maybe. Why are they showing Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A here in Salisbury is closed. They close at 8:30 p.m. NXT will be back on soon, folks. It's on commercial break right now. Can we get some likes on the stream? Please, I would really appreciate it. I still don't see no likes on the stream. Let's get these views up, too. Views are not really going up that much. Still waiting on NXT to come back on. There she is.
Why did you drop with men?
Stand on nearly no friends. Rematch.
Oh. The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Hank Walker, Hank Ledger, and Tay.
I don't want to take anything away from the Belly Bandits, but what will Ava do now? You just heard from the former NXT Women's Champion.
Sign the damn contract.
Hey! He's funny. There they are.
And their opponents representing the Pulling, Brooks Jensen, and Nico Vance.
Now we heard Sean Spears Graves, I want to know, did the Culling, these two gentlemen, Lazy Dame, did they let Sean Spears down last week in that name? Why are you asking me, Nick? We heard from Spears himself a matter of moments ago that the plan all along has been to advance the career of the Culling. Every member. It's not about Spears anymore. Right now, it's about Nico Vance and Brooks Jensen. So if you buy that book, we let Sean Spears worry about others. Others have some of those.
He's known to me as the GPS. Just hockey in the coordinates.
Well, tag team action here now, and it's Anthony Tank Graves who are, what do you say, trying to put it together? I mean, I don't know what to say about them. Hank and Tank are undergoing an identity crisis right now. Both guys have the raw tools to be stars here in this business. They've got high impact, high energy.
Yeah, these guys talk about one of the best tag teams on NXT.
Are they overthinking everything at this point?
Talk about one of the best tag teams in the NXT men's tag team division, man. These guys, Hank and Tank, they can go. I'm telling you. Guys ain't no go.
Maybe Fraxium and their tough love was right. We'll tell, but right now, Hank and complete control.
And Jinx control this tag team match.
Right in the middle of a matchup that can't happen. You can't let that happen, man.
We just heard from Julia when it comes to the NXT Women's Championship. You gotta imagine what Ava's now watching the tag team division. Into the cover is Jensen hooking the leg, center of the ring in a near fall. Everything with NXT going on, stand and deliver is fast approaching as well. I don't really think there's much mystery to what's going on in the mind of Ava as we take a look at the former North American champion, the leader of the Culling, Sean Spears, keeping a close eye on it. I guarantee you this, Nick. Ava is thinking when stand and deliver ends, everybody on the roster is going to look at everything else going on WrestleMania weekend and say, follow that. That's what Ava wants from the roster, top to bottom. I think that's hard to argue, but right now in this matchup, Hank and Tank, they got to figure it out, trying to make it. They finally do get the text, so maybe this is going to be the point where Hank and Tank can start to figure out. They've taken all the advice from so many great teams, from current teams, from NXT Tag Team Champions. Can they finally figure it out? I mean, at the end of the day, Booker, maybe you should try to let some guys stay Hank and Tank.
My step, these guys, we're not there yet. They better put in a little bit more work. Could this be it? Could this be that night?
Is Hank put it together? He just ran over Jensen into the cover, looking for the jump. Nico Vance breaking things up now. Here comes Tank and Hank and Tank fighting here tonight. Vance spilling to the outside. Things starting to break down between these four men. And oh no! I'll be totally honest with you guys. It's a incredible line. Jensen looking for the win and another near fall, able to kick out at the last moment. Back in, Boss Man Slam connects.
Boss Man Slam connect.
Oh, Jensen. Now, for high risk, will it have some reward for big? Hey,
He's gonna fly. He's gonna fly.
He's gonna. And damn, he failed.
Vance is up.
Boom, 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 boom. Bam! He really thought he was gonna nail that one. Ah!
Solve their tag team issues. The Culling impressive in victory tonight. Hank and Tank trying to find their way, but on this night it was Jensen and Vance who made sure that they did it. Well, look who has arrived. The North American champion is here. We hear from Ricky Saints next.
That's who my assistant manager reminds me of. I'll be right back, y'all. Don't go anywhere.
Heritage Cup Championship.
Who the heck is that in the crowd being loud like that?
But if there's one thing about me, brother, I love yo. And I would love to put a little extra. Congrats, Saints! Man, it must be nice, huh? To walk in here and be handed opportunities while other people are starving to get what they deserve. All this time, I've been on a quest to win the title here at NXT, but now I realize I've had my sights set in the wrong place. Because that title, Ricky, that title represents the land of my people. The same land that was stolen from them. So as far as I'm concerned, that title is a shot at retribution. Hell, that title is my birthright. So you don't need to worry about King. You don't need to worry about Ethan. You need to worry about me. Everybody eyeing up the champ. Hold up. Now, I got to hit more later on tonight, but I'm going to take care of that in a minute. But you cannot have a conversation about the NXT North American title and not include me. You see, that title right there was at an absolute peak. It was across my shoulder. Let him cook. And I am long overdue of having gold around my waist again. Wes, I get it. I feel your sentiment. If I was in your shoes, I would be devastated. I would be desperate to relive my glory days. Oh, shut up, Hudson. Here we go. Another greedy white man who's not content with what he already has. You need to worry about that Heritage Cup because that belongs to me. Hold on, listen. You three, this is not the time to try to figure this out. If you want a shot at this right here. Okay, now wait a minute. Oh, no! Oh, damn it, that's twice! And the opponent's head just popped over the North American Championship. Lord, and Lear continues hands out here and battle in the middle of the ring. We need some security out here. Ethan Page coming out of nowhere. I mean, much like the women earlier, all these men eyeing up a opportunity. Wesley standing, and in moments, Wesley will be in action. What the hell is going on?
You see that? Do you see it? It is officially stand and deliver season.
Yes, it is. Stephanie, have you made your decision? Jaida, Jordynne, or Julia?
I have made my decision. At the stand in the liver, I want all of them.
Okay.
Tonight's episode of NXT is presented by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home,
Yeah.
Visit progressive.com.
Congratulations.
That's the Stephanie I always known.
Congratulations. Here's the water heater that somehow passed inspection, but will definitely flood your basement.
Wait,
Congratulations. Here's your first
Man, they don't care about nobody. Over.
I'm back, y'all. NXT's back on.
Because we won't need it. I stand and deliver. I'm gonna whoop both y'all ass.
Main event still to come. Well, there we see Wesley. We heard from him moments ago, but now he's set to fight. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring at Comedy Mike Josh Briggs from Tokyo, Japan, weighing 242 pounds. Yoshiki Inamura. Hey, Briggs. Inamura won this match last week. Wesley! They wait 7 days, and Inamura doesn't want to wait any longer. Inamura wants to make Wesley pay for what Yoshiki feels is wasted time and disrespect. And this matchup is presented by Progressive and Booker. Who has more to prove in this match?
Come on, Wesley, former American champion, former tag team. Is this Inamora's first singles match in NXT? Exactly my point. He has to make the move.
Ricky Saints, no short of challengers looking to prove their worth, but Graves, that's 2 weeks in a row. Ethan Page has snuck up and attacked the North American champion.
Woo! Dang!
The expense of Ricky Saints. Wesley right now. Well, Graves, to that point where you shot Inamura last week. No, I think Inamora's got an bright future. Inamora's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. Wrestling Noah. This is a guy who's the great Buddha, a WWE Hall of Famer. Inamura knows the expectations are high. He's certainly in there with one of the best NXTs ever produced in Wesley. He doesn't stand for what he once did.
Come on, his prices.
Shoulders down, cover up, power out.
It's not this year's prices, Vic. Come on, we evolved. That's what Wesley has done. He has evolved as a man in this bitch. I love it, man.
I agree with that, but we've seen a very cerebral Wesley in recent months. Man who's changed his strategies, but still has all the skill a superstar could ever dream of. Rolled right out of that. Massive backdrop from Inamura, but guys, I don't want to take away from this match, but how about what we heard before the break from Stephanie Vaquer, telling our general manager, I want Grace Parker and Julia. Inamura flexing his sumo back. Yeah, we all heard it thinking, I'm pretty sure that Ava agreed to it. Grace needs to protect Vaquer from herself. We'll find out if that matchup gets made official, but those marks across the chest of Wesley,
Do your damn job.
What was he not doing?
Get him out of the corner. You got 5 seconds.
Did he break the 5? We know how Booker feels about illegal tactics. Well, we certainly do, but look at the strength. Megan Lee thinking about it. Lee no trying to more down. Wesley still hooked. Trying to get down. Inamura saying, that next level sumo power possessed by Yoshiki Inamura into the cover for the big victory tonight. And not quite yet. You know, Booker, as we see the power display from Inamura, is Lee right though about Inamura? He called Inamura delusional and too nice.
I would agree with that in certain aspects. I mean, Inamura is not here. There's a pecking order around it.
Four men that don't care about a pecking order, DarkState. We'll see them in our main event. All Booker would say, stuff his nose where it doesn't belong. Try to help his partner out, his friend. Kick Inamura right between the eyes. Wesley now back to the top.
That's a beautiful work.
Looking to fly. High cross body got caught, getting swung, and there's only one thing left. It's a nasty, gnarly landing. Big body slam for the Inamura. Up the spin to hurts. It's the sudden stop at the end. Inamura looking to cruise the victory. We've seen this splash in the past. If Inamura hits this, it is lights out Wesley. Inamura, Tyson and Tyree for those breaks. Are they thinking? Did Inamura slip? No, I think when Briggs slipped. Cardiac kick to the back of the neck.
That's it.
Shoot the half. He's out. Into the cover, and Lee just took full advantage of what happened. Big
is your winner, Wesley.
Graves, what do you think you saw? I think Griggs was doing his best to clear the chaos on the outside and take out Tyson and Tyree, and in the process, it disrupted Inamura's footing on the top turnbuckle, which led to this crash. Take another look. First at this swinging slam from Yoshiki Noah. It was potential at the beginning of the end. Watch it. Again, a little chaos on the outside, opening the door for Lee to deliver a cardiac kick to the back of Inamura's neck. And pick up a big W.
Wesley turning into a menace to society. I can understand the frustration of Inamura, but Briggs was just looking out for his friend.
DarkState. Your presence here in NXT seems to put the entire locker room on edge. Everyone is wondering when you'll strike and where you'll strike from, and the ruler knows all too well about that. Because in addition to you guys attacking me last week, I haven't forgotten what you did at Vengeance Day. Because you hit me with your last shot, with your best shot, and you failed to put me down. So tonight, I'm going to return the favor. And then when I'm done with you four fools, I will turn my attention fully to Trick Williams and Javon Evans, because in 2 weeks, they will get their opportunity to hit me with their best shot, and they will find out the hard way that the ruler can't be stopped, and they will suffer the same fate that DarkState is going to suffer tonight, and that is defeat at the hands of Oba Femi.
Oh, we got Evolve tomorrow. Kaylee takes on Danny Palmer tomorrow night. Woo! Waiting on NXT to come back on from commercial break again. I cannot wait to see this main event tonight. I'm actually looking forward to that. You don't know what I'm mainly looking forward to? That NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way match. I tweeted out and said it's either going to be a Stephanie versus Grace versus Parker versus Julia NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way match, or it's going to be Julia versus Stephanie for the NXT Women's Championship in a rematch. Yeah, so it's in up. So Ava is going to make this Fatal 4-Way match official, since Stephanie says she wants all of them. American Women's Championship shining.
Ladder match to determine its new champion. That'll take place in Las Vegas a week from Saturday at Stand and Deliver.
Looks like Izzy's already in the ring.
Stay connected to more of the WWE action you love with Wi-Fi built for streaming from Xfinity and by Mobland. A new family crime drama from the underworld of Guy Ritchie, now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. The culling victorious earlier, Sean Spears has to be all smiles at this point. And will he be smiling even more if Izzy Dame can qualify for Stand and Deliver? Let's qualify! Making our way to the ring, representing the quarter. WrestleMania After Dark is the official WrestleMania After Party, taking place each night Thursday, April 17th, Live and Live Beach at the Fountain Blue, Las Vegas, the official host hotel of WrestleMania via WrestleManiaAfterDark.com. Well, one of these two women would love to take the Women's North American Championship title on that WrestleMania Saturday from Stand and Deliver to WrestleMania After Dark. And Izzy Dame, the powerhouse, right off rip, charging right in to Red Sinclair. Neither one ever competed into the cover, hook of the leg, and a kick out, ever competed at Stand and Deliver. Booker, just the magnitude of that statement alone has to fuel both.
Makes it even more interesting. I mean, who is this match is going to come into Stand and Deliver with a lot of euphoria, and that might take it all the way to the
What are they chanting? Andre Chase? No. Probably not.
For the entire someone grades like Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, 6 WrestleMania appearances, which will that includes this next week in Las Vegas. 6 championship matches. Ripley, Belair, Sky. Another kick out. And now Bruiser makes another kick out. Listen, that's what you get in this business for. To be part of WrestleMania. Another attempt at a cover by Sinclair. You don't come here to be average. You don't come here to be an all-star reign. You come to be at the pinnacle, at the showcase of the immortals. That's why you get Booker. Am I wrong here? That's why you want to be the best of the best.
There's that referee with that boxing background. I forgot what her name was, though.
One of these two women will be the next superstar to for that ladder match. Izzy Dame kicked Red Sinclair right in the shoulder. Big backdrop is great. Just body slam, just how dangerous can Izzy become? I don't know if we've even seen the tip of the iceberg, but what we're witnessing right now is definitely making people take notice of Izzy Dame. Her aggression is second to none. And to Rave's point, Booker, it's hard to argue that Izzy Dame didn't need someone like Sean Spears.
Sean Spears is definitely guiding Izzy Dame in the right direction. I said it just a week or so ago. Izzy Dame, press the damn button, man. Put it in the game. I love it, man.
Tonight she will be in the game. And WrestleMania Stand and Deliver off that short arm. Izzy right on top. Throwing forearm after forearm into the cover, hook of the leg to qualify in a kick out. And you see Nico Vance, Brooke Jensen, who were victorious earlier tonight. Spears certainly has his family put together. Should point out, too, Sean Spears is not here ringside. And Spears said earlier that tonight is about his family growing and moving forward. It's like a father putting a little bit of trust into their children, letting them spread their wings just a little bit. You don't want to betray the trust. You don't want to disappoint Dad. The aforementioned former North American champion looking on as Izzy Dame in control of this matchup. And Sinclair trying to fight back up, trying to create a little bit of separation. And Booker Sinclair really started to prove some doubters wrong with her performance at deadline.
Sinclair is very, very talented. Joining the NQCC, we see that talent coming to it. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Nobody home, and now Sinclair fighting back. So much on the line for these two women. An opportunity to compete, as you said, on the grandest stage of them all, to set the bar for the entire weekend at Stand and Deliver. Sinclair back in control, into the cover to qualify. It is Jordynne just able to get her shoulder up. Back in, going up, going around. Sinclair loved it. Maybe looking for some sort of double underhook suplex. Is he trying to overpower? Smart strategy, my man, utilizing her strength to prevent the butterfly suplex by Whoa, here we go. You mentioned the power of dance on display for the world to see. Second away. Great job by the official. Back in comes Sinclair. Oh! Sit down style. And Izzy Day has qualified. Izzy is in. Here's the winner, Izzy Day.
What the heck happened? That referee didn't count.
Stand and deliver. Joining the field in the 6-woman ladder match to crown.
That referee didn't count all the way to 3.
4 women are now in. 2 spots remain. Who will
What the heck happened?
out of Stand and Deliver as the women's North American champion? I can't wait for Stand and Deliver, but I also can't wait for an all-new Stephanie's Places.
Whoa! No way! No way! This show is worth doing just for this. Look at this. Oh my god.
I got it in the Rhea Ripley colors and everything.
That is so cool. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I would love to wear this and attempt to do your intro.
I'm waiting for you one too.
Yeah, no, I will give it a shot. That is for sure.
Not many people get the opportunity to accompany Rhea Ripley on stage. How could I say no? And if I'm doing it, I'm going all in.
70s Places is a 10-episode ESPN original series following WWE icon Stephanie McMahon as she explores the pockets of America that helped shape the journeys of some of the most famous names in WWE history. Stephanie's Places is available to watch on ESPN Plus, also available on Hulu and Disney Plus. Episode 3 comes out tomorrow, featuring Rhea Ripley.
Thank you. Now, Mayor, please tell us it's the last chance qualifying match because the Meta Girls deserve to be at the
And for that match, I will be representing Fatal Influence.
Do we want to go with this?
Not just, okay, all right, listen. There isn't going to be a last chance qualifier this year, okay? Well, you better figure something out because the Prodigy deserves to be on Stand and Deliver. I mean, clearly, I'm the only former NXT Women's Champion in this
All right, listen. You know what? Now that I'm looking around, I actually have an idea for Stand and Deliver. I can figure something out. What is it? Details.
It better not be a tag match because I don't even have a tag partner.
Well, we just saw and heard from Ava, but from the desk of our general manager, a week from Saturday, this match is official. It will be a 4-way for the NXT Women's Championship, who will stand and deliver on WrestleMania Saturday. And speaking of which, the NXT Championship match will be a triple threat in Las Vegas. Those 3 are about to team in moments against DarkState, for which 3 members. Our main event is next on NXT.
Not trying to get no copyright. The new NXT referee's name is Victoria. That's the one. That's the woman I'm talking about with that boxing background. She's super fine too. Man, NXT Women's Division got some of the beautifulest women in that division. Most of them are, anyway. Most of them are. Woo! Ready for NXT to come back on again. All right, I see some NASCAR people fighting. Or fighting.
Kind of wild cards. Everyone is a suspect as Max and Ellis are undercover as cast and crew on a reality show. Original Real Housewives of Beverly Hills icon Kyle Richards guest stars in an all-new episode of Wild Cards tomorrow, 8/7 Central, right here on the CW.
Must be nice.
Confidence is off the charts. I mean, we're doing pretty good. Right? Just hold it in there.
Not like that. Hey, Mr. Chase.
What do you mean, not like that?
You're just moving a bit too fast.
Oh, what should we do instead then? Trust me,
You do not want my help.
Well, yeah, we do. Wait, whoa, please help.
Okay.
Dang, bro, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're closer for far off, but it's pissing me off, man. I don't know. Is anything even worth it anymore, man? Nah, don't go doing all that. Y'all have better not. Look, we get it. There's gonna be ups, there's gonna be downs, and the downs, they can be rough. But you know what? We've been watching y'all for the past 2 weeks because we watched the product. Mm-hmm. But you guys are trying to be tag teams. That you're not. Not even close. That you're not. No.
Now, taking from two guys that have been through their fair share of identity crises in their careers,
just lean on each other and stick to being who you are. Be who you are. Be hate and tank. And you'll be rewarded. Shoot, y'all might even be rewarded more next week. We talked to Ava. There's a tag team gauntlet match, and the winner of that faces Fraction for the NXT tag team titles and stand and deliver. So it's on the lock in. It's on the lock in. Lock in. Lock
Number one contenders fatal four-way match with the winner receiving an opportunity to challenge the new North American champion Ricky Saints at Stand and Deliver. I'm fired up for what we just heard from the Street Profits, and I'm more fired up because our Women's North American Championship ladder match qualifiers continue next week. 4 spots been solidified, 2 spots remain. Who heads to Stand and Deliver? We're going to find out next week on NXT. This is Montez and Angelo. Break the news, a number one contenders tag team gauntlet. How will Hank and Tank fare? It will not be an easy night at the office. It all goes down next Tuesday, right here on NXT. So we still got a lot of action here tonight because it's main event time. And you have to.
That's right. Say what? Yeah. Oh, man.
Early on, these three trying to one-up the other. The following contest is a 6-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the team of Saquon Evans, Trick Williams, and the NXT Champion Oba Femi. Trick spoke up earlier and said, we all need to focus. We all need to work as one. It's our main event 6-man tag team match next.
Let's go! Hello, beautiful people. I have a massive announcement.
Hey, it's Pat McAfee. It's Pat McAfee. One of the 3 greatest commentators of all time. NXT's on commercial break again. By the way, folks. Get ready to tweet out my thoughts on all the matches and everything else that happened on NXT on CW here on X. What the hell was that I just saw? Still waiting for NXT to come back on from commercial break. Man, what a solid show this has been tonight. Great to see Julia back on TV. Hank and Tank, great to see them being in the tag team qualifier match to determine who will challenge Fraxium at Stand and Deliver for those NXT tag team titles. I mean, Hank and Tank deserves to be in the match, man. They lost week in, week out, and NXT's back on. We got all three of these guys arguing again.
The short fuse of the quartet, former linebacker at Oregon State, played in the NFL, tagged in Cutler, and it's time to look at tonight's NXT recap presented by Progressive. You see Saquon Shugars, that's the wild card of DarkState for me. You can see it in Saquon's eyes. The guy, he's had a lot going on behind him, but nobody knows what's going on but him. And we're witnessing the NXT champion just getting decimated at this juncture until now, and finally maybe Oba Femi a little fired up, a little angry, but he looks sort of dazed and a little confused as he made it tag. Trick Williams is in, and now Trick misses wildly. Saquon Shugars, he got his degree from the streets. Going down and around, Trick kick out. Shugars going right through one of their ball. Oh, he caught. Countered. That's that education. And look at the transition, and they just ripping Trick Williams down.
This DarkState got something going on right there, taking the fight right to Trick Williams, Oba Femi, and Javon Evans.
I agree with you, but big jumping that right there. Look, we had to make us from Stand and Deliver a week from Saturday, but DarkState, they are four of a kind. They are four men with one mission, to create havoc. And look at Shugars holding on. Cutler just running over one.
Damn. These DarkState guys ain't playing, man.
To emerge victorious tonight. To say they came in and defeated the three-man headlining Stand and Deliver simultaneously. Tonight for Javon, for Oba, for
These guys ain't playing.
DarkState didn't like the pecking order. They didn't like the protocol. They're four-man on a mission to get able with Mo. Cutler with a big slam and now continuing to try to take out Trick Williams. Cutler loves to break will, loves to break spirits. From Duke University making the count from the tag, and in comes Shugars. The wherewithal. Shugars just got lost into the sky by Trick Williams. Trick needs to make it to tap. What are you doing, Trick? Well, Trick said earlier that the team needs to focus. They need to work as long into the cover off of the suplex.
No, Trick didn't say that. Javon Evans said that.
I'm going to get this thing done and do it all by myself. I don't like that attitude right there.
Well, some may be saying right now, a main event matchup, the caliber of the triple threat, how they team together, partnering before WrestleMania weekend is not uncommon. Shot like with John Cena right before the WrestleMania 23 main event.
These are three guys that just out on the same page right now, looking for the exact same thing.
How do you prepare for the unknown?
You can't prepare for it.
And it brings to that point, I mean, how much strategy could these three have talked about before this matchup? Will they even want to talk to each other? Well, listen, the professional in them should have figured out some sort of idea, just at least a loose outline as to how to coexist, how to work together. Because DarkState, we know very little about them, but what we do know is they are a cohesive unit. They are a team, and they have destroyed everything they come in contact with.
Did you just hear and see Javon Evans? He was screaming at Chip, what are you doing? Make the tag, and finally a tag was made.
Javon coming in, a big right to Dion.
We're on the same page.
Whoa!
I like it. I like it a lot.
And you gotta give credit to Javon Evans. He knew DarkState would be a problem. He tried to speak up, and he's coming in right now, house of fire, not just to beat down DarkState, but also to prove he's ready for stand and deliver in the NXT Championship. Take down by Evans, double stomp. And look at Cutler right in, ready to pounce from behind.
Talking about the X Factor. This is the X Factor right here. Cutler is a guy, look at his beef. He's got a lot of beef on him.
Oh, he got every teeth left in his mouth. And Javon Evans getting bouncy here tonight. Now goes Saquon. Here's down Dion. Take down Saquon. Put it back in. And here comes Champion Oba. Maybe they are on the same page. DarkState making their debut is about to be spoiled by the triple threat NXT Championship match at Stand and Deliver. Oh, Vic, I think these three may explode. And look at the size of Osiris. What a stalemate we have on NXT.
Zip like repair, zip like replace. Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Can confirm. Very easy.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your
Safe like it comes to you for free. Yeah. Oh, Lord. They're an allergies. We got the 6-man tag team match happening in the main event. Oba Femi, Jaida Evans a trip going up against DarkState. So next week is the NXT Go Home show, I believe. Nope, it's back on.
You saw the look in Javon's eyes
Dion Lennox.
I mean, Jordynne Evans right there. He's the glue keeping this team together right now. Check out this beautiful, beautiful golf fight.
I agree with you, Mark. Evans has been the glue of his team thus far, whereas DarkState has been a cohesive unit, clearly functioning and firing on all cylinders. This matchup is nothing short of intense. Whoa! Intensity in this match has started since its beginning. And Cutler just dropping Javon made the tap. He is legal. And this is why DarkState is so dangerous. These are 4 men operating as one. And this quartet Graves certainly has had no issues making enemies in the locker room. Well, listen, when you can physically attack and beat up everybody in the locker room, you're not worried about who's your friend and who's your enemy. Right now,
Next week is the NXT Go Home Show.
Another kick out by Javon.
Goes back to that intimidation factor, guys. These guys are worried about the locker room or anything like that. They are a cohesive unit, and they're working like a well-oiled machine right now, man.
Many have wondered what DarkState would be like once they stepped into the ring. This is the first time they have done so. Immediately into a headlock on Evans. As we mentioned, the short fuse of the 4. Former collegiate linebacker, former NFL linebacker here in NXT, did not want to wait his turn, nor did the rest of DarkState, to beat those around them up and show that they were better than everyone else. The unfortunate reality of the game these days. You can try to do things the right way. You can follow the rules and the traditions that we all went through, but that's not what matters anymore. It's about paying. Oh my God! What spine rattling spine buster! Cover an account to Javon Evans.
Double up.
Wow.
Double up.
It's about getting the world to pay attention, getting the WWE Universe to know your name. That's what DarkState is accomplishing right before our very eyes. And back in comes Saquon. Everyone right now in the NXT Universe, you almost feel that the air has been taken out of the Performance Center with what DarkState has done in this match. Shooting the half into another cover and another kick out. That right shoulder just getting off the mat. And I'm looking over at Oba and I'm looking over at Trick. And they're just as intense as John Evans was. They know what's on the line here in this matchup. I have a feeling that Oba and Trick are just as baffled as the fans here at the Performance Center are. Because let's be honest, guys, this isn't supposed to unfold this way. These 4 guys who are all relatively unknown, they were performing for little experience, should not be dominating the roster the way they have recently. Can't disagree with you, Corey.
I have to tell you this right here. Oba Femi is when you take that look at that, that's a look at worry and concern. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
So much taken out of Javon Evans. Couldn't quite get over to his corner. But of course he don't succeed. You try again, but Dion made the tag. He's a legal superstar. And they have cut the ring in half. Has DarkState and Javon on an desperation shifts away the great separation. Will it be enough? Can Evans get to his corner and make the tag? So close. Then back up the inside. Rock and Dion. This is that moment. Gotta make that tag. Who really tagged? Whoa! Oba Femi just took things over and put this matchup in his own. The ruler has been unleashed. And the NXT champion now has been patient to unleash.
Here we go.
He remembers that beatdown at Vengeance Day. He remembers being dropped by these 4. And I don't necessarily know. That was on purpose in the 3rd. Lennox coming in. He got caught. Fall from grace. Wait a minute. Javon Evans is legal. He is legal. He's clean as clean. These 2 now swinging away. It was Trick who said they all needed to work as one and focus on this match. But Javon is legal. Javon did a top. Frog.
Cover it.
Oh! Give credit to Lennox. But on the outside, more officials coming out here. This is pandemonium. Oh, Shugars pulling the rope. Tag was made. Cutler's legal. Javon Evans popping. Beat the hell out of each other. Back in the ring. The match continues. This is absolute chaos, absolute madness.
Emotions couldn't be held in check, and Evans pays the price. Here are your winners, DarkState. And despite early in the match being the glue that held his team together, Javon Evans winds up as the sacrificial lamb at the altar of DarkState. NXT Universe standing and in absolute shock. There we see right out of the gate before the opening bell, DarkState hit the ring 4-on-3 advantage. And the chaos continued. Here we see Saquon Shugars being locked into Trick Williams. Curious about the intent at the closing moments. Shugars launching himself off the rope, putting Javon down the hard way, and picking up a massive W for DarkState.
Hey, DarkState. DarkState, up here. On behalf of the D'Angelo family, you want to cause chaos? Fine. How about next week in the parking lot? You four are going to learn that messing with the D'Angelo family has severe consequences.
Well, the underboss with a business decision. Another twist in the road to WrestleMania weekend in Stand and Deliver.
It's going to get pretty cold tonight. In fact,
Wow. Whew. Got freezing warnings out for parts of the country in the counties. Freezing warning in North Carolina. Some parts in North Carolina anyway. It's 48 degrees right now where I live at. We need that darn freeze, man. That warm air is too much. We need some cold outside. We really do. That warm air is way too much. Ugh. I'll be right back, guys. I'll go over the NXT results when I come back. I'm going anywhere. All right, I'm back. Can y'all hear me now? I thought I had my mic on. I thought I did. To those of you that are tuning in to listen to the NXT results, if you're just now coming home from work, stay tuned because I'm getting ready to go ahead and go over your NXT results and go over my entire thoughts on the show right now. I apologize for the wait. I thought I had my speaker on, but I didn't. I had it off because I had to go. I was browsing X, see what everybody was tweeting out about NXT. But I'm back though. You know how the internet wrestling community is on X. Whew. Man, a toxic community. Sometimes it can be a good community, sometimes it can be a bad community. But let's go ahead and go over the NXT results first before I go over my overall thoughts. So, NXT 846 was an electrifying experience live from the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. It was an experience episode to watch. We got Jordynne Grace versus Jaida Parker kicking off NXT 846. That was the first match of the evening. It ended abruptly in a no contest due to interference from Stephanie and Julia, setting the stage for a thrilling, fatal four-way match for the NXT Women's Championship at Stand and Deliver. Now, I was right. I tweeted out and predicted that it was either going to be a NXT Women's Championship fatal four-way match or it's going to be Stephanie versus Julia NXT Championship rematch. I meant to say NXT Women's Championship rematch, but oh well. Setting the stage for the ring fatal four-way match, NXT Championship, just that deliver, and then yeah, the segment was intense, and it showcased the fierce compatibilities. It shows a fierce competitiveness of the NXT Women's Division. As I always told y'all, my favorite women's division in WWE right now is the NXT Women's Division. They have been on fire each and every Tuesday nights. They are, and the NXT Women's Division is killing it on Tuesday nights. They still continue to beat the men's division. They still continue to stay strong over the NXT Men's Division and the NXT Men's Tag Team Division. That's what the Raw and SmackDown Women's Division needs to do. Rule over this Raw and SmackDown Men's Division. That's the same thing they need to be doing right now. Well, NXT, we all know NXT, Raw, and SmackDown are three different brands. They're not entirely the same. So we had Alzium and Nathan Fraser taking on Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes of Swipe Right in a non-title match. That's what their team is called, Swipe Right. They're from Evolve. You know, Evolve gets uploaded to Tubi Wednesday nights by WWE themselves. So a combination of high-flying moves and technical prowess made for an elaborating watch, solidifying their status as one of NXT's top tag teams. And then we got the mid-card matches that continued the momentum with Sol Ruka securing a victory over Jasmine to qualify for the North American title match at Stand and Deliver. In other words, North American women's title match. It's not a men's, it's a women's. The men's North American champion right now currently is Ricky Saints. Just in case y'all didn't know, just thought I'd remind you. Thought I'd remind you who the NXT men's North American champion is. Now, let's talk a little bit about Soruka again. Her determination and skills were on full display, making her a compelling contender for the title. Now we move on from that to another thrilling match. Only this time it was a men's match. It was a one-on-one singles men's action where we saw Wes Lee taking down Yoshiki Inomura with his signature cardiac kick, demonstrating his speed and agility. The evening also featured a series of promos and segments that advanced ongoing storylines. Ricky Saints found himself at the center of attention, interrupted by Lexis King, Eddie Thorpe, Wes Lee, and Ethan Page, leading to a chaotic brawl that pretty much underscored the intense rivalry it underscored the intense rivalries brewing in NXT. Additionally, Calling made a significant promise to pledging their support in his quest to reclaim the NXT Championship. Response, however, highlighted a focus on this. Now, adding depth to the, narrative. You know what I mean by Sean Spears' response, highlighting the focus on collective success, adding depth to the narrative. I shouldn't have this point. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all should be smart enough to know and figure out what I'm talking about. No disrespect. Anyways. All right. All thoughts on the entire show. So overall, the show was a resounding success, blending high energy matches with compelling storytelling, while some segments felt a bit rushed, and there were also a tiny bit of matches that felt a bit rushed too, including the beginning of the show. With that segment with Julia. That segment with Julia, Stephanie, Jordan Grace, and Jaida Parker, that was one of the things that was rushed. It was good though, but it was rushed at the same time. Now, the performances across the board were strong, showcasing the depth of NXT talent in NXT. And what I mean by the segments that were rushed, I'm talking about particularly the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT World Championship and North American title match. That's what I mean. That's why I said some of the segments and matches were rushed. If you know, you know. But like I said, the performances across the board were strong, showcasing the depth of talent in NXT with its mix of action, drama, and intrigue. This episode of NXT, which was 846, was Yeah. I call it NXT 846. I don't call it episode 846 anymore. I just call it NXT. Whatever number is beside NXT, that's the show. This was NXT 846. Last week's NXT was NXT 845. But NXT 846 was definitely a must-watch for fans, wrestling YouTube content creators like myself, and the rest of the wrestling YouTube content creators, the rest of the internet wrestling community, and the WWE fans that watch both AEW and WWE. I'm sure they enjoyed NXT tonight too. But this set the stage for what promises to be unforgettable Stand and Deliver, hopefully. And there was only one singles match. I can't help but notice that it was one singles match booked for the WWE Stand and Deliver pay-per-view, which is the North American Men's Championship. I'm shocked that there is only one singles match on there. The rest of the matches are triple threat, tag team, tag matches. I'll go over the card for Stand and Deliver when I'm live with next week's NXT Watch Along. I think some of y'all got an idea of what the card's going to be already, but I'm still going to go over that next week, so that way you guys will know ahead. Way you can start predictions and kind of give an idea of who you think, kind of give everybody your predictions on who you want to win, But the show's ability to bounce established stars with emerging talent made for an engaging viewing experience ensures that NXT remains a highlight of the WWE calendar. Like I said, overall, this was a solid episode of NXT that kept the momentum going. And that's that. So, I appreciate y'all for tuning in for my NXT April the 8th, 2025 watch along results for NXT 846. Please make sure y'all put some likes on the stream, and make sure you share this NXT watch along to X, Instagram, Facebook, just to try to get more people to tune in and watch and listen. That would be nice. And continue to support the channel, most important. Well, folks, I'm getting the heck out of here. I shall see you guys live tomorrow night for Evolve Episode 6. I am out of here.